Today I'm recreating this 1972 Heibon Punch Gentleman's Magazine cover. Keep on watching if you want to see how I achieved this look. I've already got my base down. I'm just using the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in shade Gobi and the Makeup Revolution White Foundation FO in their Conceal and Define formula. I'm gonna go in first with the Makeup Revolution palette. First going in with a light peach shade called Sensation. And I'm just gonna lay this all over the lid, keeping it in a circular shape. And now I'm going to take a slightly more dense brush with the same shade under the eye. Now I'm going to take a slightly darker terracotta shade called J'adore, also on that dense brush. Now I'm also going to take a little bit of the shade Risky, which is even darker still. And I'm just very messily kind of dotting this around the eye in patchy like patterns. And then blending them out. You can see this is like rounded up here, but still very contained. We don't want to take it up too high. Also going to take that Risky shade under the eye right here and here. Now on a fine pointed brush, this is the MAC 211, I'm also just going to create some more even finer details with that same shade Risky. Just some random kind of messy lines. Now using the Revolution Reloaded Iconic 3 palette, so we're going to take this gorgeous aubergine plum color, also on the MAC 211, and also start creating some messy lines with that. Now I'm also going to go in with, again, the same brush, the MAC 211 with shade 14 and dot that all over the lid. There's so much fucking fallout with this, holy shit. So I'm just taking the pigment and stamping it on the back of my hand before I go in to mitigate fallout. So I'm creating this wash basically first, dry with no sort of mixing medium, so that I get a faint layer of color first, and then I'll go in and intensify the colors very slightly by wetting them. Take that shade 14 under the eye now. I think I'm gonna start going in and wetting this now so that I can intensify that purple. See what that did? It just really brought out the pearl in that. And actually this is quite a close match for the shade that they're using in this look. This is really amazing. Then I'll kind of like messy, just rub that around, create the illusion that it has been lived in. Going back in with that shade J'adore from the first palette, I'm just also now wetting that shade to intensify and kind of hitting that in certain areas where it looks like it needs more intensity. Just want to deepen up some of these purple lines with just a little bit of navy blue. This is the Morphe 35B palette, and I am going to take this dry because my eyelids actually feel a little bit moist from all of that water. So I just mixed a navy blue and a deep indigo shade, and I'm just gonna deepen up some of those blue lines a little bit. Yes, this is exactly it. Now I'm going to take the Melt Cosmetics Slick Waterline Pencil in Onyx and just very messily take that along the lash line and also tight lining a bit. And then repeating that on this eye. This eye seems to be a little bit more jagged. And my eyes are watering, so it's already creating the lower line, but I am going to take this right on the lower lash line as well. I'm not going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to use the Maybelline Firework mascara in Very Black. I didn't take any of the excess product off either. And I'm just going in with a very messy application here. I'm not necessarily trying to like separate the lashes. I will go in strategically on the lower lash line. It does look like they're wearing a little bit of a strip lash, though I can't tell, but I can mimic that with just clumping the lashes together a little bit to create tiny little spikes. Fantastic. Just let that dry before I take it off. I'm not a huge fan of wearing red lips on the daily, on the regular, so I only have these two Wet n Wild Catsuit liquid lipsticks. I picked these up randomly, just like, I might need these someday, and this is definitely what I need them for. It's almost as if I needed these two shades exactly. I'm going to first start with the shade Behind the Bleachers first, and then go over top a little bit with this Missy and Fierce shade. Now this is a matte formula, and it does appear to be a gloss that she's wearing, so I'll need to figure something out with that. And her lips really round out on the edge there, kind of giving you that pouty, plumpy look. I wish I had a pencil to line. This is quite messy, but the whole look is kind of messy, but I do like how clean it is, that outer line. It's almost as if there's no Cupid's bow on this. And I'll just go over top with I think this is the Missy Fierce, just to brighten it up a little bit. Yeah. So good. I'm going to try to do a concealer brow. I've never actually done one, but I have concealer and I have a brow brush. This is a spoolie brush from the Motives. I don't know, but my mom gifted me this set of brushes. So I'm just going to actually pick up quite a bit of that concealer and brush it onto the spoolie first, and then work it into the brow. I picked up a bit of that concealer and put it manually with my finger onto this spoolie brush, so because this wasn't gonna fit into that jar. And now I'm just gonna back comb into my brows first. Yeah, that's working perfectly. Oh yeah, that's great. Oh my God, wow. Okay, so this is the concealer that I use every day. This is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in Vanilla. Just gonna go in with probably about 2 layers. This is layer 2, back combing that into the hairs again, and then brushing it through a little bit and up and out. Wow, nice. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. So I'm just going to repeat that on this eyebrow. So that's just with 2 coats of the concealer, and I really like how I can see some of the natural eyebrow hair poking through. If you have darker eyebrow hairs, you might need multiple coats. I don't know how many. My eyebrow hairs are pretty fine and light in color to begin with. So, and now I'm gonna go in with the shade Death Blow, this pure white matte shade from the Jeffree Star palette, and set under my eyes and the center of my face. a little more cool toned than I would like it to be, but that's okay. I don't have a pure clear gloss, but I do think that this will work because there is some nuance to this shade, so I think this will actually do the trick. This is the Sephora Glossed in #blessed. But I'll blend this out and see what we can do. Oh my god, is that gonna work? Let me go over that again with the red. Since I already have gloss on my lips, I'm just gonna go in with a finger with some of the pigment so that I don't cross-contaminate. You know what I'm saying? And just dab a little of that on to the back of my hand first to take off any excess. Just go over that a little bit. Kind of meld them together. Nailed it. This is the finished look. I really feel like we nailed it. I could try to do that all day, but I won't. I will spare you. What do you think? This is so fun, so 90s to me, but this, as you can see, came out in 72, and I love very much the whole style, that whole era. So what do you want to see me recreate next? What do you think of this look? Would you wear this? I'm wearing this out today. What do you think of this look? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. And let me know what you might want to see next. Thank you so much for watching, and ciao for now.